what's up, internet? It's the Jerry Crew. Yeah, we are the Jerry Crew. We post every week, or at least we try to.
Yep. If you couldn't tell, we literally just stopped my camera and went for round 2 to film this part 2.
Round 2.
Yeah.
So everybody just wants to know about
everybody
Biggie
just
Cheese
wants
and Carl Wheezer.
Listen, I want to know about Biggie Cheese and Carl Wheezer. I want to know which one she chooses. Chapter 7.
The necklace. And by the way, the necklace image is just this gold chain with like a piece of cheese. How do I look? I asked my mom in the mirror. Stunning, she replied with a smile. I was happy that she thought I made the right decision. Do you think he'll like it though? Of course he will. Okay, thanks. We shared a smile just as I heard the doorbell ring. My mom went downstairs to open the door so I could make my dramatic entrance. Well, hello, Mrs. Tucker, I heard a high-pitched whisper say. Hello, Carl, my mom replied. She will be right down. So I guess she chose Carl.
Okay, kind of like Edward or Jacob. Which one would you choose? Like, let me know in the comments below. I feel like I would choose Biggie Cheese, man.
I feel like I would pick Carl Wheezer.
Yeah, well, I guess he could give you a lifetime supply of croissants, but cheese.
That's true. I slowly walked down the stairs, and when I turned the corner, I saw him, standing there with his luscious orange hair. I noticed he was holding a small box in his hand. Wait. So this is something that was established in the previous part. Biggie Cheese or Carl Wheezer are supposed to be Jerry's father. So, and she's lusting after both of them.
Yeah, she really is, so...
What a mess.
Who fucking knows?
Hi, Carl, I said shyly. His mouth was close to hitting the floor as our eyes locked. He stuttered. Why, you look beautiful. Thank you, I was flattered. You as well. You two best get going, my mom said, making me snap back into reality. Don't want to be late, do you? Okay, bye, Mom. Be home by 3:23 a.m., my mom yelled as we...
23?
My mom yelled as we walked out the door, and no funny business. This is supposedly could be her father, okay?
Yeah, the mom's encouraging this shit.
I looked back and smiled at her as she shut the door. Oh yeah, Carl said all of a sudden. I almost forgot, but I got this for you. He handed me the small jewelry box. I opened it slowly, hoping it wasn't a prank from his friend Jimmy. There, laying in the middle of the small box, was a golden charm of a slice of cheese on a golden chain. I was flabbergasted. Carl, I was speechless. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Well, haven't you seen yourself? He complimented. Oh! He opened the door to his Honda Civic as I stepped in. What a specific car. The car had a smell combined with cheese and cupcakes, and the radio was a bunch of cheese-themed songs. I didn't mind, though. I was just happy that I was there. Okay, this is an Eldridge image. This is the image that's above the chapter titled The Date. I don't know. I have so many questions about this image.
The museum was quiet as we walked in. Carl handed the man at the door the tickets and we got let in. We rounded the corner and started walking down the wide corridor. Prolapsarian art, let me know if I'm saying that wrong, lined the walls. Carl made me stop at every piece of art as he took a picture with his Polaroid camera. I was wearing the golden cheese necklace, and it caught the light of the flash, every picture making it sparkle. Every staircase, every hallway, and every room displayed amazing prolapsarian art. We walked through the entire museum rather quickly, coming out at 7:13. As we walked back to the car, I noticed his arm gently brushing mine. Our pinkies touched, and he held my hand delicately like glass, as if the smallest movement could shatter it. Once again, he opened the door for me. So how do you like it? He asked, his eyes focused on the road. Amazing, I said, still in awe of it all. Goody good, he said with a smile. We drove for a while until we reached my house. He walked me up to the door, and just before I opened it, he leaned in to give me the smallest peck of a kiss on the cheek. But I swerved inside. I blushed. Bye, Carl, I whispered as I turned back to look at him.
I have no words.
Dad? More like Daddy. Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, do we know what chapter this is?
No.
We've lost track of the chapter. We're just...
Chapter
Question mark.
fucking whatever.
Biggie, I'm trying to sleep.
That's the name of the chapter, by the way. I don't know.
Why did it always have to happen in the middle of the night?
What? Yeah, I honestly...
I got up and went over to my window to search for the source of the sound. It sounded like a rock repeatedly knocking on my window. Carefully, I pulled back the window to see Biggie's bodyguard. Open the window, he said in a deep voice. Biggie wants to talk to you.
Oh, does he?
I lifted my window up and Biggie hopped up. Hey, I didn't see you at the concert. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry, I said in an apologetic tone. No worries, man, he said. I was immediately relieved. But did you get my cheese chain? What cheese chain? I asked in confusion.
Ooh! Carl stole it! Carl stole that bitch!
You know, the one I put in the mailbox. He looked at me, and I could see a hint of sadness in his eyes. Did you not get it?
Oh, she got it.
No.
From her other dad.
No. I didn't know how to explain to him that Carl Wheezer gave it to me somehow. That's not very swagalicious, he said softly.
It sure isn't.
Wait, I think I have an extra in my limo. He quickly hopped down and walked out to his limo to grab the necklace. When he came back, he held out the necklace in his hands. The cheese chain dangled in the light. Here, he handed me the necklace. It was a single diamond in the middle of the cheese block, which reflected a light onto the wall. Whoa, thank you, Biggie. I smiled at him and he smiled back. Well, you should get some sleep, kid. Yeah, I gave him a small wave. See you later. I closed the window and curtains and walked over to my bed. I stared at the ceiling, wondering when I was going to see Carl again and to ask him about this, but for now, I must get some rest.
I'm sure she'll see him soon.
Oh,
Jesus Christ!
In this chapter
Alright, this is the chapter image called What a Catch. Yeah. Hey, Dad, I said as I hopped up onto a chair in the kitchen. Hey, Pumpkin, he said with a smile. He was making scrambled eggs. Can I ask you a question? I asked. I need to ask him about Biggie and Carl. Sure, what is... he started. But a flame caught the egg and started a grease fire. I heard him curse under his breath and try to put it out. I wasn't sure what to do, so I just stared. It took him a few seconds to make it go out, but eventually it did. Sorry about that, he said. What'd you want to ask me? Oh, never mind, I said, still shaken up. I don't think those scrambled eggs are any good anymore anyways. I turned around and left to go upstairs, but as I climbed the stairs, I started to get lightheaded. Dad, I tried to call. My voice was soft, but he still heard me. Yeah, he said, but when I didn't answer, he said, hello, are you okay? I tried to turn back around and go back downstairs, but before I could, I started getting sleepier and more lightheaded until my dad's arms caught me from falling down the stairs. A bright light. I squinted open my eyes to see bright lights, and there were noises all over. Pulse is thready, shallow breathing. I realized I was being moved. I felt around and tried to open my eyes more to find that I was on a stretcher in a hospital. My eyelids felt heavy, and I closed my eyes once again. I tried to calm myself down, but I didn't know what was going on around me. We have to have her have a surgery, I heard someone say. What's going on? I tried to say. Don't try to talk, okay, Jerry? A doctor ordered. They pushed me into another hallway before going into a room where they put something over my face and I drifted off to sleep. My goodness. This is called The Truth.
Finally.
Yeah, I would like to hear it, please. I felt groggy as I opened my eyes. I remembered that I was in a hospital at one point, but I thought it was just a dream until I started to look around to discover that I was still in the hospital. Immediately when my parents noticed I was up, they ran over to me. Hi, honey, they said gently as my mom held my hand. What happened? I asked, trying to clear the situation. I noticed they gave each other a quick glance and hesitated to say anything. What do you remember last? My mom asked. Being in the stretcher? No, before that. I tried to jog my memory until I finally remembered. I remember Dad making scrambled eggs, seeing a concert, going to a museum, and I think that's it. Everything's pretty normal. Do you remember going to IHOP? My dad said. I thought about it. Oh no. Am I adopted? Fireball! The door slammed open and in came Pitbull with flowers. Why is Pitbull here? He had his infamous sunglasses on. What up, dog? I heard I have a daughter here? I stared in amazement. Hi, I said in shock. You look very shocked, he said as he looked at me. Then he turned to my parents. Does she know yet? So pit bulls are fucking
So
bad? I know.
I guess it wasn't incestuous.
Okay.
She was thirsting after Carl Wheezer.
It makes me feel slightly better.
Yeah, but not much.
Not
better.
much, though. Nothing can compensate for what I've read. They shook their heads. No what? I asked them. Pitbull came to sit down next to me and put flowers by a window. Do you know that boy Jimmy from school? My dad said. Yes. He sat at my lunch table. Why does he have anything to do with this? It turns out he poisoned you, the doctor. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I guess he just fucking...
Jimmy poisoned Jerry.
It turns out he poisoned you. The doctor said you have been hallucinating a lot. But we didn't notice it until you fainted today. I was so confused. He said you may have been hallucinating fictional characters and weird scenarios. I nodded my head. Anyways, you're adopted, she added. Sort of. I'm your real mother, but Pitbull here is your real dad. Pitbull waved. Hey, kiddo. It took me a moment to pull myself together, so everything I experienced within the last week was just a dream? I had never met Biggie or Carl. Finally, I spoke. So what happens now? You and your mom and dad are coming to live with me for as long as you want, Pitbull said kindly. You could stay forever or for a day. I don't care. Whatever you feel is best. Really? I said excitedly. At least there was something good to come out of this day. Yes, we all talked about it while you were in surgery. That's slightly depressing. Wait, but if Jimmy Neutron is real, then how is Carl Wheezer just a dream?
There's so many unfinished questions, or so many...
What in the world is that?
This is the final image. Got that dump truck cake factory finale. I almost had all of my stuff packed to move. I was really excited, but was sad about leaving this house. Are you coming, Fireball? Pitbull yelled from downstairs. Yeah, I yelled back. Just a second. I walked around my room to make sure I wasn't forgetting anything. I walked over to my dresser to check the drawers and noticed two shiny objects poking out from the corner. I pulled them out to see that they were gold necklaces with a cheese black charm on them. Wait, I whispered to myself. I remembered the hallucinations I had with Carl Wheezer and Biggie Cheese, but I thought those were just hallucinations, I thought. I couldn't think about it now, so I stuffed them into my bag and headed out the door. My hand slid along the railing, but what it was feeling felt like frosting. I dug my fingers into it, and to my surprise, it was cake. I slapped myself to tell myself that this was a dream and I needed to get out of it. I walked downstairs and slyly touched a cabinet. It was cake. I touched a window. Cake. I touched the couch. Cake. Everything was cake. And nothing could save Jerry now.
Damn. What happens to Jerry? We don't know, because that's the finale. Anything goes.
All we know is that the sirens are coming. It's because they heard Jimmy's threatening music, but he wasn't able to get to us, but they just are assuming that he struck.
Yeah, we
So-
have high security in here.
Unless he struck someone else. Anyway, if you like what you saw, please click like and subscribe.
Subscribe to see more of whatever the heck this was.
Bye.
Bye.